Okay, for the bonus video, and as I mentioned that one of the ingredients can be a bit taboo for some people, let me introduce it to you. Now this is a century egg. For those of you who don't know what it is, and according to Wikipedia, a century egg is a Chinese preserved food product and a delicacy made by preserving duck, chicken or quail eggs in a mixture of clay, ash, salt, quicklime and rice hulls for several weeks to several months or even years, depending on the method of processing. I'll put the link from the Wikipedia in the description box below for anyone who's interested to find out more about what a century egg is. So if you're someone that have tried the century egg before and you disliked it, it's probably because you're eating it wrong. You won't be able to just eat it as a boiled egg because the odor is too strong. Even for me, I can't just eat it straight up. But if you mix it with the right ingredients and season it properly, it actually tastes quite nice. Now for those of you who have never tried it before, my advice to you is when you crack the egg open, don't smell it because it smells like and don't be put off by the color. And just be adventurous and just try it. Okay, so today we are going to make a tofu salad using the century egg. So really there is no cooking involved and it's extremely easy and quick. And especially coming into spring, it's super refreshing. Now let's go and have a look at the ingredients. I've got some silken tofu, preserved vegetable, got the century egg, some spring onion and some cilantro as well. And for the sauce, soy sauce, and I will drizzle a little bit of sesame oil later on. Now let me crack the egg open for you to show you how it looks like. As you can see, it's almost like a jelly. And as I said, don't smell it. What I do suggest to you is once you have opened the egg, do wash it under water. That will get rid of a little bit of the odor smell as well. That's it. That's how the egg looks like. Okay, so to prepare this salad is actually quite easy. First, we are going to cut the tofu. Make sure when you do take the tofu out from the packaging, you do just rinse it and just make sure that you be gentle with it as well. So I'm gonna cut it through first. So we're going to cut it into pretty much like cubes. And that will go straight in. Okay, cut your spring onion. Now this is quite big, so I'm not going to use all of them. Just use half. And finally chop the spring onion. Put that aside. Finally chop the cilantro. So all we really need is probably just this much is enough. And finally chop. If you are someone that likes cilantro, you can put a lot more if you prefer. Okay, we'll leave this aside as well. Next, finely chop your preserved vegetable. Now the preserved vegetable is quite salty and it's very crunchy, so we don't really need to add any additional salt because you've also got the soy sauce as well. Okay, set this aside. And now we're ready to cut the century egg. No special way of cutting it, just finely chop them. Now if you are the first time eating the century egg, I will suggest you just to chop it a little bit more finer so you don't get that strong taste in one hit. So all we really now need to do is to put the salad together. So first thing, we'll put the century egg on top of the tofu. And then we'll sprinkle the preserved vegetable on top. Then the shallots. And then the cilantro. And now all we need to do is drizzle the soy sauce on top. and then a generous amount of sesame oil. And finally, just a little bit of white pepper. So there you go, another super simple and quick dish for you to try out. It's refreshing, the softness of the tofu, and then you get a crunch from the preserved vegetable, and then suddenly you get a hit of the creamy century egg flavor. Combined with the soy sauce and the sesame oil, I think it's a great dish for you to try out, and perhaps, you know what, you can freak some people out. So I hope you enjoyed my last two videos, and if you do try out my recipe, please leave a comment below and let me know how you go. And stay tuned for next week for my second favorite single dish to go with rice.